So Clarence Thomas is trending on Twitter right now. Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice. The Clarence Thomas. But it has nothing to do with him. Actually, it has to do with Ginny Thomas. Everybody's saying Ginny Thomas, but her name is Virginia Thomas. And here's old Ginny Thomas, right? And what is Ginny Thomas? What did she do? She said that she supported the MAGA protesters the day of. So she was talking about how, January 6th, she loved that they were out there and they're fighting for the democracy. They're fighting for the lies of Donald Trump. She's like, you know what? You know how Donald lied and he said he won the election, but he actually lost and he lied about it and he lied over and over and over again. Well, I'm glad that he duped all those dumbasses. Anyways, she just expressed support on a Facebook post for the January 6th protesters, and then later on try to change it or doctor it or some shit, like edited the comment to make it, to make it known that she posted the support for the January 6th protesters before the insurrection took place. So it was like in the morning, right? It took place like, it wasn't, it was just protesters, and then they, So anyways, Donald Trump, made his final appeal, made his final push to get the push, but it failed. The coup d'etat was a failure. And so people are saying, that's not a good look, Virginia Thomas. Hi, I'm Virginia Thomas. And I'm, for the right-wing crazies who almost toppled over the government. People are thinking, she organized it or she's in charge. She is the wife of Clarence Thomas. So that means, she wears the pants, right? He doesn't have any control over. So that's, whatever she thinks is whatever he thinks. And if she's got the power and she's like behind the power, no telling what she could get away with. Bill Cody says Clarence Thomas is married to a right-wing extremist activist and should not serve on the Supreme Court. Ginny Thomas is literally opposed to any non-insurrectionist playing a role in the Republican Party. So that's super duper extremist. She sleeps every night with an associate justice. Well, not the chief, right? Just an associate. Oh, the Supreme Court of the United States. ICYMI. Charlie Sykes also signed the letter calling for Cheney and Ken Zinger to be expelled from the GOP House Conference. Ginny Thomas, wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. They don't like Cheney and Ken Zinger? Ginny? Huh? Virginia? How are you going to say Ginny? Her name's Virginia. Oh, Ginny with a G. So everybody's been calling her Ginny, thinking it's Ginny, but it's actually Virginia. Jennifer. Ginny is short for Jennifer. Virgie. If you want a short, that's old Virgie. Virginia. Good old Virgie. Every passing day is another painful reminder of the massive injustice of replacing Justice Thurgood Marshall with Justice Clarence Thomas, says Qasim Rashid. So, Clarence Thomas, who is he? What is he? What is Clarence Thomas all about? Clarence Thomas, he maintains his right, his privacy rights. He says that he was subjected to a high-tech lynching. Remember, Anita Hill said that she was harassed. Anita Hill said some kind of borderline shit. She was saying she wasn't harassed, but the comments he made, other women could have taken it for harassment. So she didn't feel harassed, but felt like the things that Clarence Thomas had said could be. So let's just go with Clarence Thomas and see what pops up. Anita Hill, what major Supreme Court decision has he actually made? So here's Clarence Thomas responding. to the Anita Hill. This is where he talks about the high-tech lynching. And it's kind of like, Kavanaugh in a way. Hey, how dare you sons of bitches?
Committee will please come to order. Judge, it's a tough day and tough night for you, I know. Let me ask, do you have anything you'd like to say before we begin? I understand that your preference is, which is totally and completely understandable, that we go 1 hour tonight, 30 minutes on each side. Am I correct in that?
That's right.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Senator, I would like to start by saying unequivocally, uncategorically, that I deny each and every single allegation against me today that suggested in any way that I had conversations of a sexual nature or about pornographic material with Anita Hill, that I ever attempted to date her, that I ever had any personal sexual interest in her, or that I in any way ever harassed her. The second, and I think more important point, I think that this today is a travesty. I think that it is disgusting. I think that this hearing should never occur in America. This is a case in which this sleaze, this dirt, was searched for by staffers of members of this committee, was then leaked to the media, and this committee and this body validated it and displayed it at prime time over our entire nation. How would any member on this committee...
We'll get back to the rest of those comments. So there you go. That's what he had to deal with, or that's what he actually said he didn't even want. He wasn't interested in sex or any kind of relationship, which is kind of crazy because Anita Hill is the only one that's going to publicly testify that Clarence Thomas had sexually harassed her. Angela Wright, who worked under Thomas at the EEOC before he fired her, decided not to testify. She submitted a written statement alleging that Thomas had pressured her for a date and had made comments about the anatomy of women, but said she did not feel his behavior was intimidating, nor did she feel sexually harassed, though she allowed that some other women might have. So there was something about the specific comments that were made. There was, let's see, Hill agreed to take a polygraph test. So I'm not for sure what happened with that. He said he was subjected to a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks by white liberals who were trying to block a black conservative from taking a seat on the Supreme Court. Some people had questioned Hill's credibility. Okay, so here, according to Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas had asked her out socially many times during her 2 years of employment as his assistant, and after she declined his request, he used work situations to discuss sexual subjects. And this is in quotes. He spoke about such matters as women having sex with animals and films showing group sex or rape scenes. She said, adding that on several occasions, Thomas graphically described his own sexual prowess and the details of his anatomy. So he's talking about his dick. He's talking about he's a good fucker. He's sitting there kind of, just showing pornographic images, kind of, to sort of trigger that, I guess to, hey, look at these, two people having sex. Anyways, you want to have some... So then here's I don't understand the joke or whatever, but Anita Hill recounted an instance in which Thomas examined a can of Coke on his desk and asked, who's put pubic hair on my Coke? Who has put pubic hair on my Coke? He was saying that his dick looks like a can of Coke. I don't get the joke or the implication. The implication. During the hearing, Senator Orrin Hatch implied that Hill was working in tandem with slick lawyers and da 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 da. So there you go. Why is Clarence Thomas trending? Because he's married to Virginia, and Virginia, well, she may have just been a part of the goddamn overthrow of our government.
Any person in this room or any person in this country would like sleaze said about him or her in this fashion, or this dirt dredged up and this gossip and these lies displayed in this manner. How would any person like it? The Supreme Court is not worth it. No job is worth it. I'm not here for that. I'm here for my name, my family, my life, and my integrity. I think something is dreadfully wrong with this country when any person in this free country would be subjected to this. This is not a closed room. There was an FBI investigation. This is not an opportunity to talk about difficult matters privately or in a closed environment. This is a circus. It's a national disgrace. And from my standpoint, as a black American, as far as I'm concerned, it is a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks who in any way deign to think for themselves, to do for themselves, to have different ideas. And it is a message that unless you kowtow to an old order, this is what will happen to you. You will be lynched, destroyed, caricatured by a committee of the U.S. Senate rather than hung from a tree.
High-tech lynching.